Trump's USA is now actively collaborating with NATO's historic enemy, Russia. In that case, shouldn't this traitorous nation be immediately removed from NATO? How can you have a NATO where the main member of NATO supports NATO's primary enemy? It's laughable. Putin, a dictator, launched an unprovoked attack on Ukraine precisely because Ukraine wanted to join NATO, and Russia existentially detests NATO. Yet now the USA, the main contributor to NATO, is best pals with this sworn enemy of NATO. You couldn't make this up. After the comments of the American Vice President and the Defense Secretary at the Munich Security Conference, it is self-evident that Trump's USA is opposed to Europe and the European Union, and has already staked demented, imperialist claims to Canada, Greenland, the Panama Canal, and Gaza. Absolutely none of this is compatible with any conceivable policies of NATO. America must therefore be thrown out of NATO. It has already effectively left. How could NATO possibly have in its ranks a nation that has taken the side of the war criminal Putin, a man for whom an arrest warrant has been issued by the International Criminal Court, ICC, for war crimes, crimes against humanity and genocide, the same charges that were brought against the Nazi regime? As you would expect, the USA, Israel, and Russia are not members of the ICC and reject its authority. You cannot be in NATO if you oppose NATO, and it is now visible even to the blind that Trump's USA is anti-NATO and pro-Russia, NATO's #1 enemy. If Donald Trump isn't an active Russian agent, a Moscow candidate, what the hell is he? He certainly isn't any friend of Europe, Canada and the West. If it walks like a duck and it talks like a duck, it's a duck. Donald Trump is a self-evident Russian agent. He is exactly repeating Putin's attack lines, word for word. He has entirely reversed American foreign policy towards Ukraine and is now best pals with Putin, while trash-talking Ukraine's President Zelensky. Trump and his stooges and glove puppets have alienated all of Europe, and Trump's dictatorial, belligerent America is clearly intent on departing NATO. NATO should act first and expel the USA. The USA is now a rogue country, whose interests are aligned with the most historic and serious enemy of NATO. No organization can have a traitor in its ranks, opposing all of its policies. Trump probably has a poster of Stalin on his wall, next to his poster of Hitler. America is now a fanatical Christian Zionist nation claiming to be protected by Providence and with a Messiah as its president. It is no longer part of the international order. It is no longer aligned with the West and is instead aligned with dictatorships and theocracies. Trump himself denied that he ever lost the 2020 election and supported a coup to have him restored to the White House. He then pardoned everyone who participated in the coup, proving that he not only did not regard it as coup but regarded all of the criminals as heroes, advancing his cause. There is no longer a USA. It has been replaced by Trumpland, and its sole policy is to do whatever Trump and his cabal of billionaires wants. The entire international order has been irrevocably changed. The world must react accordingly.